Today we're going to do some more testing with the Walther PPQ, so stick around. What's up, crew? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to achieve 1,000 rounds through the Walther PPQ. Now, thanks to Walther for sending this to us, and so far we've got probably 700 or 800 rounds through this thing. What I have today is 400 rounds of various ammo. So what we're going to do, I've got some targets down range. We're going to shoot 10 round groups at those targets to just get a feel of what this pistol may or may not like. Now, while we're doing that, obviously we're going to be checking for malfunctions, both with the ammunition as well as the pistol. And when we get done, I will give you a final report. Now, before we get started here, no matter where you're watching, be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you're over on the YouTube side, don't forget to click that bell notification. I've got my eyes, I've got my ears. Let's get started, shall we? Now, for those that are new to the channel, a couple of things. First of all, a little bit windy today. I hope that doesn't cause any issues. And of course, if you're a regular to the channel, you know that we have a highway just behind our range, so we've got to deal with a little bit of traffic as well. Let's start out with the Agia 115 grain 9mm. Let's see what she does. Alright, moving along, let's check out some Remington UMC 115 grain. Now, these next two are going to be a couple of store brand. This is Academy's brand. It's the Monarch 115 grain brass case. Now, same thing, Monarch 115 grain in the steel case. Four out, 4 to go. Just to let you know, we are 10 yards out. We've got 8 4-inch targets down range on some paper plates, and we will be taking a look at those here shortly. Now let's move on to some Federal 115 grain brass ammunition. And another box of Federal here. We have 115 grain in the aluminum case. Alright, down to our final two. First of these last two, they're both Winchester, by the way, will be Winchester White Box, 115 grain. And this is going to be brass case. do it. And finally, let's round this one out with some of the Winchester. This is brown box. Going to be steel case, 115 grain. Alright, so here we have the Agia brass. You can tell that I probably goofed up here. Going down, we've got the Monarch brass. Pretty good group there. The Remington UMC brass. And the Monarch steel case down here. Taking a look at our other four here, you can see the Federal brass. We had a pretty significant shift in the point of impact there. Winchester steel case, not too bad. A few wild ones. Federal aluminum, pretty doggone tight, as well as the Winchester brass. Now we're not done yet. We have quite a bit of ammunition left. I've set up our steel targets from high caliber targets. Going to finish off this ammunition, check for any malfunctions, anything weird going on with the Walther PPQ, and get that round count up above 1,000. So after about 1,100 rounds through this thing, it is time for a final report. Now again, I want to thank Walther for shooting me this PPQ to play with. It has been an absolute pleasure. I want to thank High Caliber Targets for providing the steel that we were shooting at earlier. And a huge shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. Without those guys, would not be able to afford 1,100 rounds plus of ammunition to run through this thing. Now I had an initial gripe about this PPQ, and it had to do with the trigger pull. Now the trigger on these PPQs is absolutely phenomenal. Everything from the pull weight to the reset, you name it, absolutely beautiful. But when I first got this one, it felt a little gritty. It felt a little rough. I called it Glock trigger. It's actually the terminology I used for it. After about 250 or 300 rounds, though, that lined out. So I'm thinking that there was some type of grit, possibly from production, maybe some tooling marks from the machining. I don't know, something like that. It feels great. It shoots phenomenal. Out of the 1,100 rounds, I had absolutely zero failures across a wide variety of ammunition, too, which was crazy. You would think that using that many different types of ammunition, I would have a failure due to ammunition, and I didn't even have that. As you can see, this is the full size, the 5-inch model. Now it's probably not optimal for carry, but I have open carried this one a few times. Other than the weight, it rides really well, it draws really good, the grip is phenomenal, and you also have different back straps for this thing as well, so you can kind of customize that grip to your liking. I don't have a whole lot bad to say about this, and I've really got to nitpick to try to find things, which is sort of sad. The little bit of grit I had on the trigger, you may not have with yours if you buy one. But with a 5-inch, one of the things I'm looking into is a grip extension. And it's an aesthetic thing more than anything. I think I would like the feel and the balance if I had a little bit more down here in the magwell area. It would look a little better, and I think it would balance out just a hair better than it does now. But all in all, with over 1,000 rounds through the Walther PPQ, I gotta say, it's going to be well worth the money. I think you're going to be happy with it, and you definitely should go check it out. Well, thank you for watching. Until next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.